Hello and welcome back, everyone, for yet another uh, gamecast for SS versus Nippur. SS plays Aztecs, Nippur played as Persians. Let's see what happened in this game. Here we go. 1v1, ranked Arabia. Let's take a look at. I think this is Nippur. No, this is SS. SS playing as Aztecs, Nippur playing as Persians. Let's see what the Persian player does. Persian TCs are very strong, so you can almost, expect sometimes a TC drop, and whenever you're playing against Persians, you're wary of that. You have to be wary of that. It could come at any time, and it's very annoying. So we'll see if Nippur goes for that. Let's look at the map in general for both players. Nippur has a forward gold, 2 stones are forward, berries are forward. My game just got stuck for a bit, sorry about that. He does have a back gold, which is scouted now, so he could probably go for that as a safe option. As for SS, forward gold, back stone, and sort of, yeah, exposed gold. Yeah, both golds are exposed for him. There's a back gold here though that I could go for. So overall, I would say the map is pretty similar for both in terms of the resources being forward. Alright, so what does Aztecs have to counter Persians? Persians, other than the TC drops, can go into, of course, the trash bows, the crossbows that they can make in Castle Age with wood only. That's one of the Castle Age bonuses for Persians. They can also tech into Paladin. Their TCs work quicker, which means their villager production is quicker, so their eco is automatically a bit better. However, Aztecs, on the other hand, are no minions. Aztecs villagers carry more food, more of each resource, so they can go through food, berries, wood much quicker. So their eco is considered one of the top tiers in Arabia. It's a very good civ to rush, early rush, as you have a better economy than most of the civilizations in the game. As well as you have the relic bonus, where you can collect 33% more. You get 33% more gold from the relics. So Aztecs is one of the best civs to play with on Arabia. Persians are okay, but Persians, a faster TC, but that's about it. And I think they start with some extra food and wood, if I'm not wrong. I think they start with a bit more, I think 50 more food and 50 more wood or something like that. So they have that in the bank as well. Second boar coming in for Nippur.
Salam.
6 villagers on wood, which sort of tells me that he's gonna go either archers or he's collecting a lot of wood for a TC drop maybe. And I think that is the case, yeah. He's going forward and looks like he's gonna go for a TC drop. In casting terms, some of the pro casters call it douching. And in pro level games it's called douching. So he's going for a douche, and looks like SS knows that, maybe. That's why he's walling up fairly quickly. He's walling up in Dark Age. He doesn't do that normally, but Dark Age walling up, I think that's, I guess, one of the ways to avoid that. But another way is to just make houses so close to your TC that he's not able to get in range. Like if he wants to make houses or palisade walls, maybe he can make those very close to his TC so that the TC drop comes away from the TC so it doesn't range SS TC. There you go. SS sees that maybe? Does he see that? I can't tell. Yeah, he probably sees that now. It's hard for me to tell if, you know. So Nippur quick walls, drops the TC, SS walks out. Oops, there's a TC drop coming. What does he do? He walks away. Now he walks back.
Oh,
There's a couple of villagers just standing there. There you go. So SS will end up losing his TC. Now he has to plan and see what to do. Very, very interesting moment in the game. Nippur's, sorry, this is SS's scout standing there, trying to see what to do here. These two villagers are just trying to think about their future, I guess. Wow. All right. So, as the Aztecs player, I think you should just wait for your TC to die. SS has not clicked up because if he did click up, maybe there's a chance that his TC would fall before he gets into the Dark Age. So I guess he's gonna collect the wood and wait for the TC to go down so he can build another one. There you go. He didn't bother with it. He said, you know what? Let that TC go down. I didn't like it anyways. I'll just build another one next to my wood line. There you go. It goes up. Now I think there's going to be a will fight maybe from Nippur. Yeah, there it is. There's a will fight. And there's a lot of villagers from Nippur, so I guess SS will lose that. Nippur will go forward. He will see that, oh, you have another TC here. Second TC drop. But let's look at Nippur's game in the back. Okay, so he walled up and he's just collecting food at the moment and collecting wood on the side, and most of his villagers are just in the front. So he sees the second TC. Now he might come forward and drop another TC here. Yeah, there you go. He deletes the first one. He will drop another TC right here. Now SS is in a position where he can't really do much other than going into the feudal age, which he has clicked up, so he will have enough time to go into feudal age since he clicked it up. Now he's fighting with the villagers as well, trying to delay as much as possible the TC. Let's see here. SS has some food in the bank, so he can keep on producing villagers. Whereas Nippur also has a decent amount of food, but he doesn't have a TC, so. You see, the idle eco time for Nippur is much higher than SS, and idle TC time is sort of close. Alright. Second TC comes in, but this is a feudal age TC. Does it matter? 2400 HP, 4800 HP, so still it doesn't matter. Feudal age TC is still the same HP. So again, I think SS TC will go down. Does it have better armor though? It has 6 pierce armor, this town center. And this guy has 5 pierce armor. I can't tell if SS can fight this. Alright, a lot of villagers are standing by for SS. That idle eco time is just skyrocketing right now. He should put them to work. Do something. Collect wood, collect stone. There you go, he goes for the wood. And I think the plan should be eagles maybe for Aztecs, because TC fire doesn't really bother them too much. And there we go. Now Nippur goes and tries to wall in the gold for SS on the side. He tries to block the barrack as well, but that dies to the scout eagle. Eagle scout. Alright, SS score has gone up now, mainly due to the fact that I think Nippur lost a lot of villagers and he's not really producing many villagers. His villagers are also standing idle here. Should put them to work. Maybe SS should just go over and make a TC in his base. Like put a TC here and kill all these villagers here, including his eco. That would be fun to watch. A couple of eagles pop out. The villagers fighting those eagles. One eagle dies, the other one just came out. I think that eagle will go down as well. So Nippur has just, exited his villagers. SS deletes his TC. He'll go for another TC somewhere else. Very, very interesting game. Barracks are walled in for SS. And TC is built on the other side along the wood line. So SS has the chance to collect gold and wood. But what he really needs is probably food to make eagles. And for that he will need to make some farms or take his berries, which he is being denied right now. Alright. Market coming up for Nippur. Nippur is ahead in score now because of those fights, I guess. SS lost a lot of eco there, I believe. Nippur is also trying to get into Castle Age. No, he's not really. Has a much higher score than SS at this point. Interesting. Nippur has 24, 23 villagers. SS has 20 villagers, so maybe that's why. 20 to 22 actually. Both players have gone for markets. I guess they want to sell some wood and then buy some food, as both players struggle to keep up with the food. Let's see who goes quicker at it. So there are a lot of farms coming up for SS. Nippur has stopped his TC drops. Maybe a third TC drop should be happening here, but I think he's out of stone, so that's why he's going to be collecting some stone, and maybe only then he will be going for that. Nippur scouts the area to see if he can take out another TC. I mean, while he's at it, why not drop another TC here?
Jay?
Now he has the stone. Is he gonna go for a third TC drop or not? I don't think so. If he goes for a third one, I think he'll be dead. he won't have any villager production, while SS will have the villager production. So some farms have come up, and SS has started producing some eagles. He has a spearman, a couple archers coming out for SS. Some men-at-arms coming out now, some archers and men-at-arms. Scouts coming out for Nippur. But the men-at-arms for Aztecs I think slightly stronger, plus a couple archers also for SS. Very, very well defended by SS. But now comes a tower. On his gold. On a hill. Wow. That is brutal. SS will have to kill this off very quickly. Because Nippur is really building up some army here. Nobody's gonna go into Castle Age anytime soon. It's almost 28 minutes gameplay. And here comes the villagers from SS to take down this tower. He desperately needs that gold to make some eagles and maybe some archers, and he needs to take down this tower to have access to this gold. But like I said, maybe SS should move out and make another TC. But no, he's not in Castle Age yet, so he can't do that. But maybe a TC here would be good, like just a counter move. SS Archer harassing the Nippur villagers. There goes down the tower. Tower is down. SS has access to his gold again. Scum's coming out for Nippur now to counter the archers. "25 villagers to 20 villagers for SS. SS is not really producing any villagers. He's looking to go into Castle Age and just I guess get the eagles out maybe, or the men-at-arms for Aztecs are pretty strong. There you go. He sold some wood, bought 100 food, and clicked up. There you go. SS coming in with the men-at-arms and a couple of archers. Idling the eco for Nippur a bit. Nippur also waiting for a few more food to click up, but SS way ahead. There you go, Nippur clicks up to Castle Age. SS started a house wall here. And it's gonna go for some men-at-arms, spears, a couple of archers. So SS is in Castle Age now. bought some food. Bunch of farms here for Nippur. I guess the idea would be to disturb Nippur's eco and put him behind at this point. Deny him gold maybe. Nippur is going for another TC in his home base next to the gold. And SS will play 1 TC. SS has taken down the stables, now it's going to take down the barracks. Men at arms coming up for SS. Nippur will be forced into archers, I believe. Nippur has to spend more wood to make more military buildings, which he is lacking severely. He has only 5 bills of wood. As SS builds his numbers, destroying houses, make it tougher. That's a good move. You know, you're destroying buildings which require wood for Nippur, and he's low on wood. So that's a horrible situation for Nippur, because he's not able to make any military right now. Even if he does, he has 1 stables here. That's the only thing he has got. So if he makes scouts, SS has some spears, he can counter it. Quick wall coming up here to deny SS any access towards his gold. Well, that is SS gold, but you know, now it's under control. For Nippur, blacksmith coming up for SS, and he has decent numbers now. Should he be diving in? That's a very strong TC. He could dive in. He'll lose a lot of military though. No, he won't. He will stay away. That's a good move, I think. Archers coming out for Nippur. So what is SS going to tuck into here is the question. Workshop coming up for SS. That's a good move. A couple of mangonels or maybe a couple of scorpions or rams will do the trick here. He'll need rams to take down that TC for sure. As he moves in, he says to hell with it, I'm gonna move in under a TC. He's got his upgrades. He fights with the army first against Nippur. Moves away. Idles his TC, idles his eco. Knights coming out for the Persian player. SS comes up with the rams. Nippur doesn't have much eco at this point. He needs 1 ram with his men-at-arms in order to take out this TC. The biggest problem Nippur is having is a wood problem right now. He has no military buildings, no military production buildings right now. SS protects that ram, comes in with his men-at-arms. He needs to take out this TC, absolutely. SS is victorious. Nippur sees that. Nippur sees that he doesn't really have an answer to that. He's so low on wood. He doesn't have any military production buildings anywhere. And he had a wood line right here. I don't know why he didn't put more villagers on wood. He was too distracted. He was too distracted because SS didn't give up after being 2 TC dropped. He just pulled away and made some military and counterattacked and kept the eco disturbed. I think that's what caused it. And if you look at the idle eco time also for Nippur is a lot. It's twice as much as SS in disturbing the eco for Nippur. And he couldn't really boom like or put up military numbers. I think in the end it was really about who puts up the military numbers, the army numbers, and SS did that, and Nippur couldn't do that. So in the end, SS won that game because of his military numbers, not necessarily his eco. SS played with 20 villagers, and while Nippur was much ahead in will count at that time, he had 44. He has twice as much. So very well played by SS. Incredible game. How to defend against a TC drop. He got douched. He knew about it. Yeah, it could come. I mean, he didn't know about it, but he knew that it could come from Persians, and he did a good move to move a TC here and then move away again to another TC. This tower was a good move from Nippur, but was taken down. Maybe he should. But I think most of all, the military buildings for Nippur were way out, and he should have just had, he should have just had these military buildings closer or defended. So it was really about timing of military, which was very well done by SS to put up the military numbers and keep the economy of Nippur constantly in check and keep him behind. And poor Nippur, he didn't have any wood to make any military buildings. And he had only 1 stables here, and he produced 1 or 2 knights, and that's about it. But why he didn't produce any military is because he didn't have any military buildings. So that was well played by SS. Very well played. I think I wouldn't have been able to do that. I think first TC drop I may have been able to move away and do something, but second one I would have just GG'd. But SS did not GG. He went a third time to make another TC and get his military going. That was a good game. Well played. And I mean, what do you do in this situation, right? When Persians come and drop a TC on you, there's really not much. I mean, maybe I would have gone to his base and made a TC here, but then he had a lot of wills here, so he could have fought me on that, So maybe not. Maybe not. That was an interesting game to watch. And look at the way he walled in the gold as well. He walled in the gold, he walled in the barracks. But that didn't bother us as much. I mean, it did bother him, but he counted it. So that was excellent gameplay from SS. How to defend from a douche, a TC douche from Persians. That TC was strong as hell, 4800 HP. Good to watch. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for watching.